What's going on, guys? Nicholas Marsink here, and Helldivers is a brand new PlayStation exclusive game that's getting all the rage nowadays. But should you buy it? This is a quick, non-biased review telling you straight up whether or not to buy the game. That's me. So Helldivers, I've been playing it both on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita. More on PlayStation Vita so that I can make sure when I make the switch to PlayStation 4, I won't pretty much taint the view of the PlayStation Vita edition. Now Helldivers is a top-down arcade-style shooter. It's very reminiscent to Bungie's game, Destiny. A lot of things are similar, like the graphics, the way the game plays, all that good stuff. Now in the game you play as an elite human force sent out to pretty much destroy forces from other planets surrounding Super Earth. This initiative is to make sure that these aliens do not attack Earth like they did in the past. But that's pretty much how far you get into the storyline. Just like Destiny, there's not that much story than there is gameplay. So if you're one of those people that like storylines, you're not going to find it here on Helldiver. In single player, you have a multitude of different levels you can go to. Just like Destiny, once again, there's different planets with different missions in them. There's a pretty nifty leveling up system as well that keeps you on your feet and lets you progress in the story. And as you level up, you pretty much get stronger monsters. But let me tell you something about this game. This game is very, very challenging. And in that case, you're gonna need multiplayer to get other people to jump in with you. Luckily, there's actually NPCs and other people around the world you can play with. On Helldivers, friendly fire is on and you can't turn it off. For example, if a teammate is on the match and you're shooting an enemy and your teammate goes inside of line of fire, well, I'm sorry, he's getting shot. But the game is pretty forgiving and they give you multiple lives to play on. This game is also cross-buy, cross-play, and cross-save between PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation Vita. Talking about multi-plat systems, let's talk about PlayStation Vita. How does the game run? Now, I played the PlayStation Vita edition first before I played the PlayStation 4 edition, like I said, so I don't taint the vision. Now, before even touching the PlayStation 4 edition, you can see that this game runs silky smooth. The developers prioritized frames per second than they did graphics, and I commend them for that. Now in the PlayStation Vita version, the first graphical flaw I saw were the textures. The textures took a pretty big hit, most notably the ground. It looks like they just took a single picture and they spread it across the entire map. Even the character models has actually taken a hit in this game. Upon switching to the PlayStation 4 edition, you'll see lighting and stages look different. Water effects are pretty much gone on the PlayStation Vita edition, as well as clouds and fog. Either way, the game looks fine on the PlayStation Vita. It could be updated in a future patch. On paper, the PlayStation 4 edition is 60 frames per second, while the PlayStation Vita edition is 30 frames per second. But before reading that on the internet, I thought the PlayStation Vita edition was 60 frames per second. I mean, this game was silky smooth. Either way it goes, this game is cross-buy, so if you buy it for the PlayStation Vita, PlayStation 3, or PlayStation 4, you'll get it for either. Multiplayer is really fun. On PlayStation 4, it allows you to do online and local play, which I really love. But one thing I can't forgive is that you cannot make your own lobby. You can only join other people's games. So if I want to play with my friends, I can't just invite them. There's no invite system. But multiplayer is really fun because you have to make sure you don't kill your teammates and you're still story progressing. Now both the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation Vita edition of the game control pretty similarly, but the PlayStation Vita edition does have some different things, for the better actually. It does use both rear touch and touchscreen and you can't change it at all, but they actually implement this really well. For example, if you want to reload your weapon, you swipe down on the rear touchscreen. And you can actually do this by mistake and it feels really natural. Another thing too, if you want to throw grenades, you do the same thing on the left side, and if you hold it down, it'll actually throw farther, which once again feel actually really natural. I will say that the game actually does get quite repetitive, for you are going to the same planets, pretty much doing the same things. It's kind of like Destiny. You go to the same planets, you do the same thing, you kill the same people, doing the same objectives, but the game is quite fun and rewarding anyway. In conclusion, Helldivers is a really good game, and it's under $20. If you have PlayStation Plus, you actually get a big discount. My name is Nicholas Marsling, and thanks for watching.